Hello again, and welcome back to Let's Play Imperator Rome as Magniclecia. I hope you are doing well and ready for a rather chill gameplay today, as we need to let the affairs in our country kind of settle a bit. Our aggressive expansion and our war exhaustion are both rather high, leading to general unhappiness amongst the peoples. In particular, there are some provinces which are unsavable, though. You've probably noticed this one in particular. And this is going to recur also down in this province. This is basically because these provinces are tiny. They have no cities, they are settlements, so I can't build buildings to make them happy. I can't import stuff to make them happy. Very little in the way of options. So we're not going to worry about it and just see if they maybe eventually rebel, and then we will deal with the situation when it arises. Let's see, our little client state here is bringing his troops home. Excellent. Get home as well. Our troops are currently building a road up to Messana. Once they are up there, I will split them and have them finish the roads up here. And I will also reinforce them, making them even stronger. We need to start, however, by preferably keeping the clock rolling at a slow speed so I can manage pop-ups, hopefully, because time just needs to pass. In that time, there are a couple things we do need to do. We need to get some claims up. First claim I need to get up is on our old friend Etruria, and we will be fabricating a claim on Corsica. There we go. We also have no current claim against the Antinigid Kingdom anymore. So we want to claim on Ibuio there, so we also need to fabricate a claim there. Even though there's a fort there, we could have done something easier, of course, over here, but this is fine. We'll have to take the fort anyways to get what we want. And lastly, just to have it ready, oh, the Romans did get too independent-minded, apparently. Must be that aggressive expansion. So, in Ionia, I want also a claim. Oh, they're outside our diplomatic range, even though they're right there. Oh, I guess I've got to up the diplomatic range. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's maybe a mechanic they should work on then a bit when somebody who you literally is across the one little bit of sea is outside your diplomatic range. All right, so Rome is no longer paying their tribute. We'll deal with them in a while then. Figure out a way of solving that problem. Preposterous. We have gained a claim on Altinium. What is that? That's the whole province. All right. We might take it. I don't know. Why not? If Benito was willing to become a client state instead, but I think they already offered that. Then I could focus on beefing them up. Anyways, so that is fine. We'll deal with it. Now, I also was thinking about making an alliance with Macedon, and I still will want to do that, but I'm going to just wait until I feel like my military strength has been somewhat supplemented a bit more, and we need to build some buildings. Now, the provincial capital here is here. However, this has no marketplace, so we need a marketplace there. We also want to get a grand theater in place, and we're going to need at least one fort in the provincial capital there. Another large city here. It has too many buildings, though, because it built, oh wow, a level 5 port. Well, that is useful, I must say. It's also, yeah, not essential here. We have the level 3 port here and the capability to build a little bit more, so we will build out that port. This port's going to have to get reduced in size. It's kind of a shame. I like having very big ports. All right, let's get that down then, because they also need a marketplace, and they are also going to need a grand theater as well. Untiring devotion. Thessalonica Antipatrid is cultivating a reputation as a woman of decency and honor. Stability. Good. We need it right now. Trade offers. All right. Good, we do need to get our money coming in. We're building roads. That's the slightly small dip in our income, I think. At least I think that's what it's related to. All right. The whole army is unified. I guess I should, yeah, at least have them finish the road up here. They can go up there, and then I'll start thinking about what to do with them next. Let's get the clock going a bit faster just so the stuff burns off. So we still have some more money. Let's spend that money as well. Let's check on our cities here and what they have or do not have. A disloyal character. Impressive. This city, 44 people? Really? Wow. 40, 22. Where's the provincial capital here then? Oh, it moved to here now. Well, good thing. Oh, that's not our city. All right, which one's our city? This is our city. That is the provincial capital. Okay, and there is a port there. That is good. There is no theater here. We need a theater here as well. Then to start integrating those pops. Also, that city has one. And what I need to do as well is start integrating a few more of our subjects. Not the feudatory wall. Legal chicanery. This is the same event. Not going to read this event again. Get a little bit of money. And we have a nice one here in a stunning display of generosity. Neoptolemus, a well-loved member of our religious institution, has commissioned a grand festival out of his own pocket. Integrated culture happiness plus 5% useful. Who is this unhappy person? Must be a head of a family or something with that kind of power base. So I'm not going to worry about him though, given his age. He will be fine. Alright, so we have probably some unhappy peoples here as well. 18, 24, 33... 21. No, these cities are not amazingly large, to be honest. We can at least get marketplaces in them, though, if they do not have them. He does not have the space for a marketplace due to that dock. We do not need a dock in every province there, though, so that dock can go so that he can get a marketplace up as well. And we could probably import something down here. I will turn on automated imports. I'm going to do in between episodes. I am going to do some looking at the trade routes, try to optimize them with you all not having to watch that, and then automate some of it. But, it is nice to have control. For instance, here, we really want them, we'll get it from Egypt, I guess, even though that might not last. We really want the nobles to be happier there, so it is kind of nice when you have 100% positive control. Let's, though, always keep our own eyes on Capital Province, and that I will walk through with you all of the time. So, if I go to import here, it won't let me do anything because. So I could, looks like I'm importing marble. Let's cancel one of those. Import of marble. I don't like how this looks. That confuses me. So let's just go this way. Are you going to show me my province? There we go. Don't like how that... Okay, this is an import, correct? I don't believe we have any marble down there. Yep, alright. So that is an import to Syracuse. So let's get rid of that. And I want to slowly start trying to get our surpluses back. For instance, we wanted stone surplus would be nice, but particularly anything military. Or precious metals, I believe, national citizen happiness, that sounds great. So we cannot get that though because nobody's willing to sell it to us. I'll have to research that in my free time and see if we can somehow recover that. Spices? Any chance of spices? There is. The bonus there is output, so not as useful, but that's alright. Oh, Utika's on our war list eventually, but oh well. Alright, at least one more thing slightly more optimized. The leather I would like to get a bonus up for as well as soon as possible because I view that as important. And glass also definitely I would like to get up since I think that as well is very important. But we will just have to wait. Can't have no free provincial investments. Oh, sorry, I said I was going to keep the clock rolling here. Alright, he is ready to build some roads. So before we do that, and we will keep the clock rolling, I will go to the military screen, the Legion screen, take a look here. How many more can we build out here? 11. So I could increase our size by 11. We have 2 donkeys, that's fine then. Plenty of those and those as well. I don't know how I got this light infantry. I really don't. Somebody tell me. I don't remember building light infantry for this. I'm not sure how that happened. So let's increase the number of engineers, maybe. I'm indecisive. I'm going to think about this in between as well. Let's split this in half. They're busy with building road. No, they're not anymore. Stop them, split them in half. I am also going to need a new commander here. Oh, that's interesting. Let's look at that. Let's see. Yes, all right. The original thinker, Kremis Nikid, can take one of those. There we go. Yep. Take that. Though I might have to utilize them rather than build a road. Mutiny. Utterly exhausted from battle. A small group of soldiers under command of Theoxina Eluda the Helena have committed mutiny. Seizing Theoxine and her senior officers are fleeing to the hills. They have sent us an extortionate ransom demand. Okay, so her troops mutinied and they have seized her. Wow. 900 said you gotta be crazy. She means little to us. Kill her. That 25 popularity. Or she can handle this. This option is available because it has a martial skill greater than 10. She'll lose 10 loyalty and gain the trait wounded. Yeah, I guess that's what we're going to do. I wonder if this event is related to something I did wrong, but, you know, just the war exhaustion, I guess. Well, sorry, my friend. She's getting older. It's all right. So let's then get her building roads there, and then up to here, then here, and here. The other unit can, I believe, if I could get them to a port, that would be lovely, and get a fleet up to help them out. I'm eventually going to want to split that fleet as well to, I like having a designated transport fleet. It feels, you know, important to always have a transport fleet available for your units that is not going to be maybe someplace else. All right, I want to get them up there. We still have a fair amount of money, so I should actually utilize this on some other primarily buildings that will make people happier and will make them also assimilate better. So I've got to look at a culture map though and see how bad this is. Yeah, there's quite a few people there. Let's just because it's gotten a lot of imports from other places. So let's also get a theater up in this city as well. And I'm going to want to also start making sure that we've got enough aqueducts. Probably we do not. Nope. Let's get another aqueduct in our home province. I'm building a lot of aqueducts. All right. Well, we're getting a little bit shorter on money, but I do want to leave something in the bank. There we go. Now you go up here and finish that road. Melancholia. Overtaken by a smothering intense depression, Isagonus has sunk into a downward spiral from which we are worried he will never return. Oh, depressed. Oh, that's a shame. He is getting a little bit older. It'd be nice. I mean, he's been around for a long time. I'm actually would love it if he would move on. Tell you what, I mean, I know I was going to build a road there, and maybe I should still, but, you know, this is just more logical. There we go. Once the road there is built, then our troops will be done with the road building for a while. I don't think it does us any good to build roads here. Not at the moment. We bring sad news. One of our advisors has passed on due to a stressful environment. All right. We have somebody very capable who could take the position. Yeah, I think she'll do just splendidly. Nobody from our own family, so that's relatively unimportant. Let me check her skill set, though. I like to train people up. She's more generally useful, so let's get a nice, generally useful person trained up. All right. Any more marketplaces I want to build somewhere down here? You have a marketplace. You do. Good. Sparta's not even a city, so that's irrelevant. Oh, yes. We were going to look at our relations with them. All right. They need a bit of an improvement. You know, it's almost... Yeah, no, it's going to have to be that. So they can get an improvement, and they are actually okay. So let's start integrating them. Anybody who's bigger. I'll start with the bigger people, leave the little guys around. We need a little bit more land. We're playing tall already. Oh, who are you at war against? Epirus. Wow, Epirus, good job. Very bold of you. Maybe I should ally with Epirus instead. I'm assuming that they're the ones that declared the war. But Macedon's, you know, it's not their day. Maybe I do want to find a new friend, and it maybe should not actually be Macedon then. Yay, our roads. I like having my roads. Alright. That road looks very funny. Why did you make the road look like that? Okay, they're still building roads, so that should be okay. And then I'm going to have them come over here and here. So I wasn't quite done with that. I'm sorry. Despite my promise to be done building roads, we're not quite done building roads. They do promote several advantages for your cities. Alright, claims are coming up, I hope. Trade, yes, let's not overly worry about that. Question of competence. Just decline that one. I'm worried I would oversell myself. After weeks of nervous looks and smirks at the court, the whispers circling the palace have finally reached our ears. Oh, let's see. He's either going to lose a negative trade or popularity. This is, I think, the third time I've seen this event. So I'm betting popularity. Yep, popularity it is. That's what it usually is. Epirus wants a trade. That's good. So where is our diplomacy? Yes, we're getting the claims up. That's good. Okay, we've got the claims up on Etruria. Next, the claim on the Antigen Kingdom will come up as well. Definitely something I want to utilize. There we go. Our money is a little bit shorter. Why is that? Fleet maintenance, probably. That fleet is massive. I need more tributes. Definitely. Probably some buildings to increase tax income. Probably I've got some extra trade routes, yeah, that aren't being utilized. Yeah, that is why, because we lost trade routes not only in our capital, but everywhere else as well. Some honey, there we go. So I will keep the clock going while this happens, but we will, check some of our trade routes as we get time. Maybe anything of high value we can import. Boaz isn't available. There's probably already wine here. I don't want to import anything that I might end up needing in the capital, though. Sure, Egypt, why not? Grumble, grumble. I'm going to have to create some new states down there. Accept offer. All right. Somebody wants to be friends. Sure. Well, I can get some of my popularity back, but I still always feel it's very useful to keep my vassals happy. We've received several dignitaries from, this fella again. Bringing gold and valuables. The riches of Indiketia will be well spent. Yes, they shall. Head of the Nikid family has passed on. Oh, he was, I thought he was the unloyal one, but I guess not. Oh no, that's the province. He was the unloyal one. Oh, great martial advances. We need some tech, because I am desperate for some new things. I'm not going to spend it right now, though, because, again, I'd like to think about it, not have you guys sit through all of that. All right, that one is done. I do not see the need for a road there. It would be kind of useful, but not critical enough. So I will start bringing them down there. I really dislike how that road is drawn there and there, like why it decided to draw them looking funny like that. However, I do feel that he should build a road at least down to this city, and that will complete that circle. Can I build a road in my tributary? I don't know. We'll see. He'll be done before you know it. Don't worry. In fact, he can actually march down here. That way I can bring the fleet back down to here. Alright, the protection we have offered the Decaton have made a lasting impression. Oh, they've approached us to ask to be more closely integrated to our country. I was hoping it would be somebody else. What do you think? Should I say yes and get them set up? What are they now? They are a tributary, meaning they have civilized. They are no longer a tribal vassal. Nonetheless, I'd really rather it be Veneto or something. Seems more useful to have somebody up here. I had wanted somebody down here, somebody in this area. They kind of fit the bill. You know, our current arrangement is fine. Maybe the next person, they're just too small. I'd rather them be a little bit bigger if I'm going to turn them into a client state. All right, road is almost done. Good, good. Fleet is almost home. How are these numbers looking? All right, that is much better, and that is all right as well. And we would even maybe have time to get a war in, to be honest. Oh, there you go. Nope, maybe Macedon will be taking this. I was surprised Epirus lasted that long overall. We got our fort up yet? We are getting it up. Close enough. Good. I know I could, maybe I should actually knock off some of these ships. It's, we're really burning a lot of money on our army and fleet maintenance. Well, army maintenance, yeah, it isn't, that's because of the current issues there. All right, the roads are done. Good. Let's get the fleet then up to pick them up, so that we can at least start thinking about sending them off. Because if our income doesn't start to go up a lot quicker, I'm going to want some more tributaries. I think it will start to get a little bit better here, though. I'm sure soon enough. So, the head of the Dinocladid family has passed away. Always the heads of families passing away. It's almost like they're old. Alright, somebody from the Nikid family is the best, actually, for that. But, I don't know, I like some variety in who the families are. She's very loyal. And this is not the most critical position. Well, it is relatively important. Then it is going to the Trifid family. And I think, actually, I would love to get another tax office up in, like, one of our incredibly large cities. One that is valuable. Oh, you know what I've totally forgotten? Is our mission, which I think we can complete, meaning we can start a new one, which would definitely be a plus. We've only got one tax office there, which is bringing in an incredibly small amount. And they cannot take another one. But tax offices really do not pay for themselves, do they? We could get another one in our capital, though. Could be useful. That's one of the areas that actually makes some tax money, and I'm into diversifying my income source streams at this time. I know trade is the big moneymaker. Having a tax base matters, though, especially when trade routes are temporarily disrupted. So perfectly fine to grab one more there. And I'm also going to have to move some more slaves out of here into some neighboring provinces, maybe into Gellis. So maintenance. Guards and visitors have pointed out for quite some time that the Temple Jupiter Optimus Maximus has started to deteriorate. It's almost as if Rome was sacked. Not only is this affecting the morale of our nation, but it has also diminished how we portray ourselves to other nations. So we must restore the monument, population happiness. There's some charm in letting nature and time take their course. Yeah, there is. Or look over our finances and see if we can afford the reparations. Population output, tax, less money, and Rome is not going to be happy anyways. I can't imagine. Still, their loyalty is going down more than I would like. Well, his loyalty is not high enough, that's why. Oh, because he's the head of the great family now. Ugh. Time to replace him. So, we will then just go with this one. Yeah, some extra tax and population output. Let's not upset them more. It feels more realistic to do that. Let's look at replacing him with anybody who's going to be a little bit more loyal than that, preferably from the Nikid family, though. She has such high corruption, though. Oh. Is there really nobody else in the Nikid family that is suited? No, does not appear so. Loyalty's high enough, though, it might actually just pay off anyways. You know, offset the corruption a little bit. I doubt it. I really doubt it. 65 is also fine. Oh, also crazy high corruption. Who's just the pure most loyal? 65, 65, 67. Looks like I think it is going to be... She is from a non-Magnaglikian or a royal family, then apparently. Where is she from? Doesn't say. Because that is not Macedon. Interesting. All right, distracted. Let me see then. She doesn't really count. She'll do then. Yeah, not the best, but, you know, anybody to, I think will be slightly better. No, not really. All right, I'm going to have to find somebody, maybe groom somebody for better loyalty. Bitter feud. The court is bustling with sycophants, claimants, and pretenders. It is little surprise that two of the most ambitious claimants to the throne have found themselves at odds again. I believe we already had this event too. I can't be certain, but relatively. So, who are these claimants? These are low claimants. You and you. Well, you're definitely not. Ha, let them fight him out. And they'll start seeing each other as rivals, which is fine. Please, Empedocles, kill Cleonymus. I do not mind if you are rivals at all. Alright, integration. That was really fast. Alright, that'll give us some trading opportunities here, even if fort-wise, it means we are going to have some more expenses. We can get rid of that fort. Honestly, we don't need this fort either. It does us no good. Our vassals, subjects, have forts up there. No reason to maintain them. I will maybe eventually want like a fort in this city, at least one, because we did kind of learn our lesson about not having any forts down here. But something to think about. Who's this? Oh, that's, I was like, you know, why do we have a provincial capital there? All right, shall we welcome these people? Let's see, anybody halfway decent? No, nobody is decent. All right, let's take nobody. Nobody impressed me. Head of the Nikid family has passed. Oh, he was the one we just replaced. Aw. Well, it's going to be too soon to replace her, isn't it? Any more Nikids floating around? You know what I want to see? I don't want her to give her the job. Thinking about trying to impose sanctions on her for a while. And get her back into shape where she can do something. She'll lose some loyalty, but she'll get it back. I should save this for when there's characters who really need it. Macedon. Oh, I'm sure. No, not you. Boy, a lot of revolts. Alright, we have about gotten our war exhaustion and aggressive expansion down into a much more manageable territory. They as well will also be ready to stock up. I should probably just do them all. Do you have a city? You've got a city as well. So yes, we are definitely going to also then annex them. And you know what? Might as well do them all. We wanted to do the peninsula. Let's finish the peninsula. And I gotta do something with these guys eventually. I have no idea. Tell me, what do you think? I've been trying to annex them forever. A minor addendum. So, 6 stability in exchange for 10 political influence. A bargain, my friends. Definitely a bargain. There we go. There were no cities here, though, were there? No, they were not. That is still a city with no marketplace, though. So let's at least get a marketplace up in that city. Alright, that is good enough. And we don't exactly have a lot of money floating around at the moment. Turn these guys off of road building duty. That was a bit foolish. See how they are doing on food. Plenty of food. Alright, good. Alright, there our money's back up to where it should be. Because it was because of their road building duties. Of course. They are also not importing anything. They need something also to keep the nobles happy. Where, you know, like I said, I'm going to diversify away. I'm worried about when I do that, I might have to, like, not record for a month, you know, and you'll see a time gap, because I'm going to have to, like, let trade routes update, especially when I'm trying to get our capital bonuses back. Difficult choice. All right, I think we are in a good enough position that we can handle the aggressive expansion now. What I am most interested in obtaining, though, is tributaries than land. I want more financial resources, because mercenaries are going to be how we win the wars. So let it be known that the game shall be held. Excellent. That should do wonders for improving relations, but I'm not sure we were actually improving relations with anybody. To peacefully annex anybody. Should probably do something about roads. They're gonna get eaten before you know it here, if we're not careful. They're still gonna be so far away from making them a feudatory. At currently 19, interesting. Well, that's not so bad then. Well, let's try to improve relations with you then. I'm wondering why. It must be the power. I probably actually could have just given them some, you know, the smaller amount then. I'll look into that actually as soon as I can send a diplomat back. And then we can wrap up this relatively slow episode. Except, hey, and oratory advances as well. Take another look at these guys. It's negative 16. Bountiful olives. Our men in Pycnon woke to find a large mass of olives, unlike any ever seen before. Local priests declare it is a blessing of Athena. Okay, shall we build a small shrine? Sure, that's fitting. Oh my, state religion is happiness. Yeah. No, that's just more money than I'm willing to spend right now. This is, you know, one reason it's good to keep extra money, but yeah, this is good enough. It's 5 years versus 10 years. If it wasn't quite so expensive, I guess it's one of those things that scales and, you know, it's seeing, hey, you know, you're perfectly capable. I'll tell you what, we will just send them a little gift too. Why not? Sure, there we get a trade. It would be lovely to get these guys sucked up sooner rather than later. Sure, they'll be ready before you know it. Probably. The Olympics have concluded. Excellent. Just remind me to go back there then. Civic advances as well. There we go. Ah, yes, they still need an opinion of 100, though. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, don't let me forget to do that. Both of these guys can load on up. And I am going to, well, we have some truces over here, I'm hoping, though we do not have a truce with the Antigenid Kingdom, actually, at the moment. So maybe we should take care of that. Get the slaves we wanted, seize these provinces, totally kick them off this area. These are all almost going to all of our subjects, except for this, possibly. Maybe I'll grab this island as well, even if it's in a different province. And the main focus is going to be then grabbing, you know, this area here for slaving. And in this case, really actually going all the way in for everything. I am curious if you do think I should take land up there, though. Let me know. Is it about time that we take more land, and end our tall-ishness? I don't really feel so, especially because we still have this navy sitting around here. And they should be actually doing some slave raiding to make our tall play even more effective. So let's get them over into this city here. The city can take some more stuff too. I should actually look at their population distribution. They do have the theater though, so that's all right. All right, nothing to too overly concern ourselves with then. Yay, more integrations. He's okay. Let's take Xenophon. And the rest we cannot take. But where was that? That was here. That fort we also really don't need. Yeah, no, I don't see any reason at all to keep it. I'll rethink my forting strategy down here soon enough, but as long as we have naval supremacy, and we do, for sure. Yep, you know, and how many do we have? Yeah, twice as many. That's what we're spending a lot of our money on. Alright, our troops are moving into position so that we can declare war against the Antigenid Kingdom in the next episode. I would also then like to really quickly swing them over here, or maybe even do a different type of war and grab these guys as tributaries as well. Never has a more devout man existed, but he is but an honest man, a modest man, modest. Or, yeah, religious tech investments, stability for a bit of gold. There we go. That's where I like to see our stability. Troops have landed. All right, so we will be free for the war in the next episode. This will be relatively straightforward. I am sure they are even currently at war with somebody. So their troops will be nice and distracted. Excellent. Why fight when we can just take? And then we can, get back into a bit more of an active gameplay in the next episode. Still a little bit of AE there, though. So, and I kind of missed our diplomatic playstyle. I've got half a temptation next campaign to actually just do an almost pure diplomatic. So if you have an idea of how to do that as well, let me know. So to the two questions, any more land we want to take that is on the continent, other than what we've taken here. Do we want, and here of course, do we want to take some straits or anything, or do we still keep where we're at? We did break our no land rule right here. We can break it once or twice again as well if we feel up for it. It is a bit of a shame that we don't have land down here, to be honest, because I was looking and like all these provinces are just like terribly disloyal, or they were. See how they're doing now. Oh, they must have recovered somewhat, but they had tons of disloyal provinces, and it would have been so easy to get them to flip over to us if we had wanted to acquire land via the bribing governors to defect method. If you haven't utilized it, it can be effective when you're looking at states that are ill-managed. All right, I'd better wrap up since I don't want to take a lot of time on an episode that is also a relatively slow one. But at least we resolved our domestic affairs, spent a lot of money on theaters this time, and income's back where it should be. Troops are ready, claims are up, and we can advance onto new things in the next episode. Again, it's the Antigenid Kingdom. Though I did forget, of course, to ask you about ideas for future playthroughs that are purely diplomatic. What rules would we establish that we would let ourselves get away with in that kind of case? Like, okay, mostly diplomatic except for the first wars, until you get 10 provinces or 20 provinces, so you can be so you can get feudatories or whatever. Let me know if you've got any ideas on that. Take care of yourselves. Thanks for joining me. I will see you next time, and all my best until then. Ciao.